Hi, I'm Norm Jennings, and the group here with me tonight is our First Covenant Couples Life Group. And tonight I want to give a short speech that is entitled Establishing a Plan for Your Family Finances That Works. So imagine, if you could, being in a situation where you didn't have to think about the future and really worry about the money. Imagine not worrying about the money when you go to the grocery store. Imagine just the worries that you have about finances being able to be diminished and some peace be put in your life. Well, that's what I want to talk to you about tonight, because there was a point in time when I had a lot of credit card debt, and there was a point in time that my wife Jen and I decided to change our financial situation and adapt a plan that worked for our family. So tonight I'm going to talk to you and share some resources and some things that I found in the November 2012 Money Magazine. And Dave Ramsey, I have quite a few things from him. This is Financial Peace Revisited. And then this is Dave Ramsey's Total Money Makeover. And with that is Dave Ramsey's workbook. And then some of the other things that I'll mention you can find at the website for Crown Financial, which is crown.org. So I gave each one of you a little sheet that we developed at Stake Ministries that is a household budgeting tool. And I want to tell you that probably more important than just putting the numbers in that tool is just really understanding all of the things that were in some of those resources I said. So if that means getting with a Crown advisor or spending time on their website or going to a Dave Ramsey Financial Peace University class, that's the important thing in order to get some of that background. What we advocate is that you have an emergency fund. You start out with that, and Dave Ramsey recommends that be $1,000, but that should be different for everybody. I mean, if you own your home, you're going to need more of an emergency fund in case the water heater goes out than if you rent, and depending upon how many kids. So just think about like what type of emergency you could have, and you'd really like the cash to cover it, and use that as your emergency fund. On this worksheet, you'll see up at the top are income sources, and this is just monthly take home. You'll put in each spouse's income, and then child support if there's any child support, other forms of income, and then below that in the two different columns are all of the different areas for expenses. You'll see charitable giving is the first one that we have listed, and if you go by the biblical charge to tithe, then that'll be within 10%. Then there's a savings category that includes retirement, which I'll touch on in just a little bit. Things like car replacement, college funds, special projects, those are the decks and porches around the house. And then housing is a category that includes your mortgage and your home insurance. It also includes furniture replacement, because a lot of people, they replace the furniture when the couches wore out and Ashley's is having a sale. But by budgeting it, then it's written down and you're planning for it. And utilities, and you can see the rest of those categories. So one of the things that both Crown Financial and Dave Ramsey advocate, you'll see in the middle column, which is labeled as ENV for envelopes. Crown Financial calls them envelopes with a capital M. Basically, those give you the ability, after you've come up with all your categories, and we would say, think about everything. On here you'll see family pictures, you'll see fitness center, you'll see the vacations, all of those things. And by using envelopes for the ones that you won't write a check for, or that will be direct withdrawal out of your account, then when the envelope's empty, you're done spending for the month. So if it's the 21st and the food envelope is empty, then you're done buying groceries for the month. And that's part of what Dave Ramsey advocates, which is giving every dollar a name. And then it gives you more ability to know where everything's going and to not overspend. So once you put in all of these numbers on your computer in this spreadsheet, there's an area down below that shows you how much over or under budget you are, and you can go back and you can balance it. And then as far as an ongoing process, you should come together as husband and wife and just update this whenever something changes. Whenever you notice that certain envelopes are running out of money and you need more money in those envelopes, you should sit down and redo the budget. If one of you has a job that you get a salary increase, or maybe your hours are cut back, you just need to go back through it together, and that avoids the pain of just having a financial surprise. You should also just look for breakdowns that occur. In Money Magazine, it talked about that when those people that set budgets at holiday times, 17% of them still exceed the budget that they set. And that's a breakdown. So then once you've exceeded it, if that happens, then you need to figure out, okay, where are we going to get that money back? How are we going to bring things back into budget? And then the last thing that I wanted to talk to you about is the future hopes and dreams. And that's how retirement fits into this. Retirement itself is a lot of planning. But again, according to that same Money Magazine article, you should have about 12 times your annual salary put away for retirement by the time you reach 65. I say look at that because for some people you won't even have a mortgage then. For some you're going to want a second mortgage for a home at the lake or something. So this is where getting with like a Crown Financial Advisor or somebody that can help you plan will then give you how much you need to sit back each month and put into this budget for your long-term retirement. So I hope that this just helps to give you a little bit of information about how to set a financial plan for your family that works for the future. Thanks.